Assalamu alaikum. Today I want to share with you 4 hadiths that will help you become rich. And what I really mean by rich is successful, right? I believe the definition of success is becoming successful in this life, which allows you to have success in the hereafter, right? So I want you to be rich, not so you have a bunch of money so you can buy a Lamborghini and buy a Rolex, but so you can use that money to help the ummah, so you can build wells, so you can build mosques, so you can donate more to charity. I believe one of the big benefits of having more rich Muslims is we can help the ummah grow. I always reflect on the Sahaba. The Sahaba were very accomplished, very successful businessmen, entrepreneurs who were very rich, but they are very good practicing Muslims. And right now, I think that we have an issue in the ummah. I think we have an issue in the world where it's like we've got one or the other, right? You sacrifice your deen to chase money, or you only chase your deen and you accept to live the life that you don't want to live right now. And I don't think that's the case. I think Islam teaches us balance. I think that it's good to have balance. And inshallah, by the end of this video, when we get through all 4 hadiths, you'll be one step further on your journey towards success in this life and success in the hereafter. The first hadith we're going to dive into is Hadith 2664. Forgive me for not being able to pronounce the things. My Arabic is really not that good, but I'll give you verbatim what the hadith is. The Prophet said, "The strong believer is better and more beloved to Allah than the weak believer, though there is good in both. Be eager for what benefits you, seek help from Allah, and do not give up." So where I see this, it's almost us being told that we are loved more by Allah when we become the most competent that we can possibly become, right? So I think as Muslims, this is Muslim men specifically. I'm speaking to men, but I think a lot of this message also applies to women. So when I'm explaining that, just know that that's the notion where I'm coming from. I'm a man, so I can speak from a man's experience. But I believe it is a man's duty to become fit, right? I believe Allah has given you this body. It is your responsibility to become healthy and fit. I believe it is the man's duty to become rich meaning wealthy and financially stable, so you can take care of a future family, so you can donate more to charity. And in this modern world, right, riches, success, being wealthy, that is a form of being a stronger believer. And we look at it like this. This can be kind of controversial, but say you got two different Muslims and you compare them side by side. Muslim number one, they're very out of shape. They're very unhealthy. They have no money, right? They have a lack of motivation. They might not be praying. That Muslim is arguably contributing less to the ummah. Versus you have a Muslim who's very healthy. They're very high energy. They're very wealthy. They're very generous. They can help more. And that's where I see this hadith is that it's encouraged for us to be strong, right? As a Muslim, we are encouraged to become competent. Islam is not a religion where we sit around like monks and we don't do anything, right? No scholars preach to sit around and do nothing. We are a religion where we must take action, right? Allah tells us in the Quran, He will not change the condition of man until man changes what's within himself, right? So it's very important that we must take action. And be eager for what benefits you. This is the last part of the hadith, right? It's like be driven to do the things that make you a better person. Be driven to do the things that will help you help the ummah. So it's just very important to understand that if you have large goals and you have things you want to do, there's nothing Islamically that says that's wrong. And there's actually a lot of stuff Islamically that supports that and says that that can be a very good thing. Let's go ahead and dive into the second hadith. The second hadith we have is Hadith 4931. The Prophet said, Allah loves that when one does something and he perfects it, right? So I see this as a strive for perfection. We as Muslims should aim to become competent in areas that help the world. This is competent in business, competent in communication, competent in social media, right? Allah loves when we perfect it, right? I'm making the most out of my situation. So how I look at this, let's take me for social media, for example. I want to be on social media because I believe that Allah's blessed me with the ability to communicate, to speak, to influence. I think I'm naturally charismatic. Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful for these things, right? So now I believe it's my duty to perfect my craft. It's my duty to put in as much work as I possibly can because Allah will like that. Like, why would I waste what He's given me? And it's really important to understand that you might have more blessings than another person, right? You might have more money than another person. You might have a stronger faith than another person. Whatever it is, there are blessings you have that other people don't. So I believe it is our duty to maximize the most out of our blessings, right? So say you naturally were very interested in health from a young age. Maybe it's your duty to help others become healthy, right? Allah's blessed you with this knowledge. Now it's up to you to take action and to perfect this craft so you can help more people, so you can influence more people. And you'll see this common trend that I'm mentioning is about success. Becoming rich is all about helping other people. It's all about making the world a better place. Like how you make a bunch of money is you solve big problems. How you make a bunch of influence is you speak on big problems, right? So, an example, that's why I've blown up on social media. It's because I speak on big problems. I disprove the Western propaganda that was spread against Islam. And what I'm doing is I'm working on something and I'm perfecting it. Right. That's my goal. I'm perfecting the social media. You see, this background's new. I was like, it'll be a good background. And inshallah, the next videos get better. It's that strive for excellence, right? If you truly want to be successful, you have to strive for excellence. It's crucial. Let's go into hadith number 3. This is Hadith 2137. And if I ever get anything wrong, guys, just know I'm a revert. I'm just sharing the information that hopefully can help people. I'm not a scholar and I will obviously mess up. And these are my interpretations. It's just a disclaimer. So the Prophet said, how excellent is righteous wealth in a righteous man. I absolutely love this because we have a little bit of a problem in the Ummah right now where people think wealth is negative. All of a sudden, if you chase wealth, like if you want to be rich, there's some Muslim communities that will say it's a bad thing, that you're wrong for wanting wealth. But right here, we see that when wealth is in the right hands, it can be a great thing. And this is the very important thing. You need to understand becoming wealthy as a Muslim, it's not to have the success of the dunya. The whole goal of becoming wealthy as a Muslim is so you have the success of the akhirah, right? So it's like one of the hacks to Jannah is by getting money by helping others, right? So the way to get money is create a service that helps others. In return, they pay you. You get money and you help the world. So you get good deeds and get paid. And then you use that money for things that will get you ongoing good deeds. Spend your money on charity, spend your money on mosques, like I said. So that is money in the righteous hands. Because if you have money in non righteous hands, you have money in hands of people that only want luxury things. And I'm not saying wanting luxury things is bad. Like I have some luxury things. It's about making that not the goal. That can be a byproduct, right? You just make luxury thing not the main goal. Because if it is the main goal, what happens is you chase this dunya. I'm telling you right now, I've met so many successful people who don't have a good life. You chase this dunya and you'll get everything. You'll get all of the worldly success. You'll get all the cars, all of the status, all of the influence, all of the money, all of the watches, and you'll realize none of that mattered, right? Because none of that will fulfill your heart. Before I was 19, I met 300 millionaires before I was 19 years old. And what I noticed, 70% of them, I would not want their life just because they had no purpose. And they were open about this. They would be vocal that they had no purpose and they didn't like what they did. So it's very important to understand that money in non righteous hands doesn't help you, the person, and it doesn't help anybody else. Now, something else I want to add on this is money amplifies who you are. Okay. So if you are a natural giver, you're a naturally kind person, you're a naturally supportive person, a genuine person, a caring person, and then you get super rich, what happens is all of those qualities you have will get amplified. Now, if you're stingy and you don't want to ever give to charity, you don't want to help any other people out, and you get rich, all of those qualities will also get amplified. So it's very important before you start your journey towards success is to purify your intentions why you want to be successful. Do you want to be successful so others view you as the guy, the dude who made it? Or do you want to be successful in the true intention in your heart so you can benefit the ummah, so you can spend your wealth in ways that please Allah? It's very crucial. Okay, Hadith number 4. This is a very well known one. It is Hadith 2517. A man said to the Prophet, O Messenger of Allah, should I tie my camel and rely on Allah, or leave it loose and rely on Allah? And the Prophet replied, tie it and rely on Allah. Why I love this is because it amplifies and it shows us an example of how we have to have the balance of trusting Allah and also working hard, right? So you're not going to achieve your goals if all you did was sit and pray and do nothing else. Now, there are some stories, some Islamic stories that where with certain prophets and with certain people, they did sit and pray and they did get the answers. But this is a general rule of thumb, right? You have to put in the work yourself. And why would Allah give you something that you're not willing to work for? So if you're like, yeah, Allah, I pray for $1 million, but then you don't put any work in, why would Allah give that to you? Right? So it's the same thing here. This is a very well-known hadith and many people know it and everybody talks about it. So I'll try to add some new light that hasn't been talked about heavily, where it's Allah controls everything. Allah is controller of everything. He knows where you're going to end up. Your story's already written. Everything that's going to happen is already written. He knows it all. But you still have to do your part. And this is something I learned recently about risk, right? So risk is the provisions. We all get a certain provision from this world that's guaranteed to us. It'll happen no matter what. But what it's not a lack of free will. It's not that's going to happen no matter what. That's actually not what it is. Risk, Allah knows the actions we're going to take that will get us our provisions, right? So Allah knows tomorrow the actions I'm going to take, but I still have to take those actions. So I still have the free will. So tomorrow I have the choice. I get to make this decision. Am I going to work on my dreams and becoming a better person? Or am I going to stay in bed, miss all my prayers, and not do anything? I make the choice. Allah knows what choice I'm going to make. So don't sit around and not do any work because, oh, your fate's already written. That's not how it works. Allah knows where you're going to go, and that's why your fate's already written. It's still up to you to take action. Inshallah, we all become successful. I hope that you enjoyed this. I would really love some feedback on these non-edited, just raw talking to you guys. I personally really enjoy these videos, so I would really appreciate some feedback in the comments. I'm back to daily posting. I missed a couple days. May Allah bless you. I love you. Genuinely, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.